What if the person you've been calling you this whole time isn't really you? Not in the dramatic science fiction sense, but in the quiet, invisible ways that sneak into our lives. You wake up, go through your routine, respond to messages, smile when expected, say what's polite, but somewhere beneath it all, something feels hollow. Not wrong, just distant, like you're watching yourself live instead of actually living. And maybe, just maybe, this version of you that the world sees, calm, helpful, productive, always composed, isn't your truth. It's your survival strategy, a mask that's been worn for so long it started to feel like skin. Now, here's the question most people never dare to ask. What if your entire life has been a performance? Not for applause, but for protection. Not because you wanted to be someone else, but because the world taught you it wasn't safe to be you. And if that's true, then who were you before the performance began? Before the roles, before the labels, before you learned how to be agreeable instead of honest, polite instead of present, strong instead of soft. You see, almost no one talks about this final truth we'll explore at the end of this video, the most quietly radical step back to your real self. So stay with me until the very end because that final chapter, it holds the key to everything. And as we begin this journey together, I'd love to know, have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like you were seeing someone you don't quite recognize? If this resonates with you already, type 1 in the comments. If not, that's okay too. Type 0 and let's walk through this together. Now, let's peel back the layers. Let me share something I've learned, not from a textbook, but from years of sitting with people's stories, watching them search for meaning, watching them unravel their own identities like a tightly wound ball of string. After decades of listening, truly listening, I've realized something quietly profound. Most people didn't lose themselves. They simply never had the space to become who they truly were in the first place. You see, the world doesn't wait for you to develop a sense of self. It rushes in before you can even speak, laying down scripts and expectations with the weight of generations. And these scripts come early. Be a good child. Be strong. Be quiet. Be smart. Be useful. Translation: be digestible. Be easy to handle. Be what makes other people comfortable. And we, bright eyed, eager to belong, start performing before we ever realize we're acting. It's not malicious, it's adaptive. It's what a child does to survive in an environment where approval is currency, where love feels conditional, where being you sometimes costs too much. So you learn early. If you smile, people stay. If you're agreeable, things don't explode. If you anticipate others' needs, you stay one step ahead of conflict. And when you do these things often enough, you begin to confuse safety with identity. You mistake approval for connection. You start to believe that being liked is the same as being loved. And that's when the persona is born, the achiever, the caretaker, the reliable one, the spiritual one, the tough one who always bounces back. None of these roles are inherently wrong, but when they become your only lens, when they become who you are instead of what you've learned to be, you 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 begin to disappear beneath them. The tragedy is that the world often rewards this kind of self-erasure. You'll be praised for being so put together, for being the one who never complains, for being the one who can handle anything. People admire your strength, but no one sees the tension it takes to hold it all together. You become visible for your usefulness and invisible in your truth. And so you wake up one day, maybe in your 30s, 40s, 60s, and realize you've built a life around a version of yourself that was never really yours. You lie awake at night with every checkbox ticked, career, family, success, and still feel empty. Not because you're ungrateful, but because none of those boxes ever held you. You go to dinners, smile at the right moments, offer comfort, and yet there's a silent question echoing inside. When will someone see me? But how could they? They're responding to the mask, the role, to the carefully curated version you've presented to the world. The painful part is the longer you wear it, the more afraid you become of what might happen if you take it off. Would the people in your life still respect you if you stopped performing? Would they still want you around if you stopped accommodating them? Would you even recognize yourself without the identity you've spent decades maintaining? These are terrifying questions. And most people never ask them, not because they don't feel the discomfort, but because the role feels safer than the risk of truth. And yet here you are, still listening, still wondering. And that tells me something powerful about you. You're already beginning to unearth the self that was buried, not because it vanished, but because it was never given permission to rise. See, once you begin to ask these questions, who am I beneath all this? Why do I feel so tired being myself? You're no longer on autopilot. You're waking up. You're stepping away from the script and into something unknown and real. And here's what I want you to hold on to with gentleness and courage. What if the version of you that's constantly exhausted, emotionally stretched thin, unsure of how to feel joy anymore, isn't defective, broken, or weak? What if it's simply a soul that's tired of pretending, tired of being filtered, tired of being palatable, tired of performing a character it never chose? Because exhaustion doesn't always come from doing too much. Sometimes it comes from doing too little of what actually matters to you, from living too long in a version of yourself that pleases others but starves your spirit. This isn't about burning your life down or rejecting every role you've ever played. It's about becoming aware, gently, honestly, of what was chosen for you and what you get to choose now. The version of you that's emerging now isn't a rebellion, it's a return. And no, it's not too late. Not if you're still breathing. Not if your heart still aches when you hear the truth. Not if something in this moment is whispering, yes, this is me. We're not here to shame the roles you had to play. We honor them. They kept you safe. They helped you survive. But survival is not the same as wholeness. And now you're being invited to move beyond the mask and into the unshakable, quietly radiant truth of who you were before the world told you who to be. And that's the beginning. Let's keep going. Let's pause for a second. Not just skim over these words, but really pause and ask a question most people spend their entire lives avoiding. What if the version of you you've been trying so hard to fix was never really you at all? What if the anxiety that keeps you up at night, the overthinking that loops in your mind like a broken record, the chronic people pleasing that makes you say yes when your body is screaming no, aren't signs of weakness or dysfunction, but evidence of a wound? We've been conditioned to view our struggles as flaws, as malfunctions to be fixed, as evidence that something is broken deep within us. But what if they're not? What if there's signs that your nervous system, your body's ancient intelligence, is doing exactly what it was trained to do? Protect you. You see, your nervous system isn't logical. It doesn't care about your plans, your goals, your calendar. It doesn't distinguish between a real threat and an emotional memory. It reacts based on experience. It's shaped by repetition. And over time, it builds reflexes, not to make your life harder, but to make it safer. So when you were punished for being too loud, too sensitive, too much, you learned to shrink. When your vulnerability was met with rejection, you learned to put on a brave face. When asking for your needs got you abandoned or ignored, you learned to stop asking altogether. And over time, these responses became your personality. Not because you're inauthentic, but because you're adaptive. Not because you're weak, but because you're brilliant, emotionally attuned in ways that no one ever acknowledged. This is what people rarely see. You weren't being fake when you tried to be easy to love. You were being strategic. You weren't being manipulative when you tried to read the room and become what others needed. You were being intuitive, deeply, quietly aware of how to survive. And yet, here lies the deepest paradox of healing. You are no longer in that same environment. You're not 5 years old. You're not in that chaotic household. You're not surrounded by people who can't see you. But your body doesn't know that yet. Your identity, the one built on defense mechanisms, is still operating as if danger is just around the corner. You've outgrown the battlefield, but you're still wearing the armor. And that armor, it's heavy. It looks like second guessing your thoughts before speaking up in meetings, because somewhere along the way you learned that being wrong made you disposable. It looks like struggling to rest, even when you're exhausted, because you internalize the lie that your value is tied to productivity. It looks like guilt surfacing when you say no, because pleasing others was the only way to stay safe. It looks like confusion when peace enters your life, because chaos is what feels familiar. And if you've ever felt ashamed for feeling this way, let me tell you something gently. You're not defective. You're conditioned. That's not the same thing. You've spent so long tying your self-worth to how much you can offer, how little you can need, how well you can perform, that the idea of just being raw, real, unedited feels foreign. But let me ask you something hard. When was the last time you felt safe just being you? Not you, the provider. Not you, the reliable one. Not you, the one who never drops the ball. But you, as you are, without explanation, justification, or polish. Can you even remember? And if not, can you see that maybe the problem isn't that you've failed at being enough, but that you've never been given permission to stop trying? Here's the deeper truth. The trouble isn't that we don't know who we are. It's that we've forgotten how to listen to the version of ourselves that lives beneath the noise. The real you isn't loud. It's quiet. It doesn't scream over the chaos. It waits patiently beneath the layers of shoulds, survival strategies, and social performance. And the longer we stay caught in the loop of fixing, improving, optimizing ourselves, the longer we ignore what's already there, a self that doesn't need more polish. It needs more permission, more space, more compassion. Even now, under all the identity layers, the emotional muscle memory, the habits of caretaking and overachieving, you're still there, not erased, just buried. And that's the invitation. Not to fix yourself, but to feel. To sit in the silence long enough to let the old noise fall away. To hear that voice that isn't trying to be impressive or enlightened. It's just real. The part of you that isn't chasing peace like a prize, but knows peace is what happens when you stop pretending. It doesn't show up like a lightning bolt. It doesn't announce itself with clarity and confidence. It comes in quietly, like a breath, like a remembering. And that remembering, that's the start of everything. You don't have to earn your way back to yourself. You just have to stop holding up the version of you that was built on fear and start listening to the one that's been whispering all along. I'm here. I've always been here. You just had to slow down enough to hear me. So, what does it really look like when the mask, the one you've worn so well for so long, begins to crack? It doesn't usually happen during a big spiritual retreat. There's no thunderous insight or a cosmic flash of clarity. Letting go rarely arrives with drama. More often, it arrives like a whisper. You wake up, and for once, you don't feel the pressure to calibrate your tone or facial expression before greeting someone. You reply to a message with what's real, not what's rehearsed. You cancel plans because your body feels tired, not because you're lazy, but because you're finally starting to listen. You laugh, not performatively, not politely, but because something genuinely amused you. Something inside felt light, even just for a second. These moments seem small, invisible, even. But don't be fooled. These are tectonic shifts, because in those fleeting glimpses, you're not editing yourself. You're not anticipating reactions or crafting personas. You're simply being. And after a lifetime of managing impressions and smoothing edges, that simple act of being is radical. And here's what no one really prepares you for. Letting go of the performance doesn't suddenly make life easier. It makes it clearer. And clarity, real, unfiltered clarity, is often more confronting than comforting. You start to see things that were always there, but that you couldn't or wouldn't acknowledge. You notice how much of your life has been lived in service of appearances, of harmony, of other people's comfort. You begin to feel how much energy you used to spend just managing your own presentation. The posture, the tone, the words, the emotional labor. And as that awareness grows, something else happens. You begin to hear your own voice again. Not the voice you curated for the outside world, but the one that has always been quietly waiting beneath the noise. And at first, that voice may sound unfamiliar. It may even feel uncomfortable because it speaks in rawness, in truth. It doesn't always align with the image you've built. It may say no where you used to say yes. It may choose silence over soothing. It may want solitude when everyone else wants your attention. And suddenly you may find yourself more alone than before. But here's the thing, that aloneness isn't a punishment. It's a pause. It's sacred. It's the still, open space between who you were pretending to be and who you are finally becoming. It's the space where performance stops and presence begins, where you stop asking, what do they need from me? And start wondering, what do I need right now? And yes, it can feel disorienting because people who are close to your performance may not know how to relate to your truth. They might miss the version of you that was always agreeable, always accommodating, always available, even at the expense of your own well being. They might say you've changed, that you're distant, that you're different, and they'd be right because you are different. You're no longer self abandoning just to keep the peace. You're no longer dimming yourself to remain likable. You're no longer filtering your emotions just to appear together. And that space they leave behind when they drift, when they back away, when they stop calling, that's where something extraordinary can begin to grow. Because in that space, you find what's real. You find connections that don't require performance, conversations that don't require translation, relationships that are based not on who you should be, but on who you are. You begin to build intimacy that isn't transactional, respect that isn't conditional, love that isn't earned by effort, but is simply received. And perhaps most healing of all, you stop trying to be enough for everyone else, and you finally become enough for yourself. You don't measure your value by how productive you are. You don't apologize for needing space or rest. You don't rush to fill awkward silences. You let them be. You let yourself be. And it feels like breathing for the first time. Not because your circumstances are perfect, but because for the first time, your inner world isn't at war with itself. There's no more divide between who you are and who you think you need to be. No more mental gymnastics trying to please, to impress, to manage how you're perceived. You're no longer fragmented. You're no longer split. And that kind of alignment, that's the beginning of real peace. It's not loud, it doesn't come with confetti, but it's profound. Because when you stop performing, you give yourself permission to live fully, authentically, honestly. And as you begin to live from this place, not just as a fleeting moment, but as a new rhythm, you'll notice that life itself responds differently. You attract differently, you create differently, you relate differently, not because you become someone new, but because finally you've returned to someone ancient within you. The part that always knew you were enough all along. So, what really happens when you stop pretending? When you stop bending yourself into shapes that please everyone but you? When you no longer walk into rooms scanning the energy to figure out who you need to become, and instead walk in as yourself? When you stop measuring growth by how calm and composed you look on the outside and start measuring it by how safe and honest you feel on the inside, even when you're a little messy, everything begins to change. But not in the way the world promises. There's no applause, no sudden flood of clarity, no lightning strike validation. In fact, sometimes it feels more like subtraction than addition. People may drift away, not out of cruelty, but out of discomfort. They were used to the version of you that made things easy, the version that said yes quickly, smiled politely, nodded when they vented, and never asked for anything in return. And when that version steps back, even slightly, it shakes the dynamic. Some won't know how to stay with you in this deeper, slower, more honest space, and that can sting. But the ones who do stay, they don't stay for your performance. They stay for your presence. They stay because they see you, not your image. They stay because they value your truth over your agreeability. And something shifts quietly but powerfully inside of you. You're no longer living from a place of constant evaluation. You stop asking yourself, did I say that right? Do they still like me? Did I share too much? Was I too intense? Because you start realizing that your worth isn't determined by how comfortable others are around you. It's measured by how whole you feel when you're with them. You begin to notice that you're no longer chasing approval. You're no longer hustling for validation. You're no longer shape-shifting to be chosen. You're just being. And in that being, there's a quiet confidence, not the loud performative kind, but a deeply rooted calm that says, this is me. I'm not perfect, but I'm present, and that's enough. That inner alignment, when who you are on the inside matches who you show on the outside, creates an energetic shift. People feel it, and you start attracting differently. Not just better relationships, but better experiences. You find yourself in rooms where truth is welcome, not avoided, where conversations have weight, not just polish, where stillness isn't awkward, it's honored. Suddenly, you no longer feel the need to entertain, to rescue, to perform emotional CPR in every interaction. You start to trust that your presence alone is enough. And with that trust, a new kind of life begins to form. A life where you don't have to carry a mask in your pocket just in case. A life where your no is received with respect, not manipulation. A life where asking for help doesn't make you feel weak, it makes you feel human. You begin to notice things you never saw before, like how certain conversations drain you, not because you're sensitive, but because you're no longer available for surface level performances. You recognize how much time you once spent managing the moods of others, how often you minimized your truth so others could stay comfortable. And bit by bit, you reclaim that energy. You stop giving it away in exchange for approval, and instead, you invest it into building something real, something yours. You stop chasing clarity like a goal and start embodying it like a state of being. You stop trying to control how others perceive you and instead ask yourself, how do I feel when I'm with them? Does my nervous system feel safe here? Do I feel free to be unpolished, uncertain, and honest? That shift from managing perception to honoring sensation changes everything. And then comes the most liberating realization of all. You don't need to become someone else. You don't need to evolve into a shinier, more curated version of yourself. You just need to stop betraying the version of you that's already there, beneath the noise, beneath the expectations, beneath the years of self abandonment. It doesn't require a complete reinvention. It requires returning to what's raw, to what's honest, to what's been waiting. That's the pivot point, not toward more performance, but toward more truth, not toward being louder, but being truer in your own time, in your own tone, in your own truth. And yes, this path will feel unfamiliar at first, especially if you've spent most of your life being what others needed, especially if you were praised for being so easy to be around, so reliable, so selfless. But here's what's on the other side of letting go: a peace that doesn't depend on being perfect, a connection that isn't based on performing roles, an energy that no longer leaks through cracks in your identity, and most of all, a quiet, grounded sense of being home, not in someone else's arms, not in a new career or title, not even in a dream lifestyle, but in yourself. That's where the real homecoming begins. So, what do you do after you realize you've spent years performing someone else's version of you? What happens after the mask begins to slip and you glimpse, maybe for the first time, who you were before the world stepped in? Here's the truth I want to leave you with: you were never broken. You were simply buried beneath expectations, beneath roles, beneath the pressure to be everything except real. And now you're remembering, not just mentally, but somatically, in your breath, in your rest, in your being. You don't need to hustle for healing. You don't need to edit yourself into worthiness. You don't need to climb your way back to wholeness, because you were never missing. You were here all along, waiting, listening, protecting, and now you're ready. So take the next step, gently, not with force, but with presence, not with urgency, but with curiosity. Let your truth be enough. Let your silence speak. Let your no be as sacred as your yes. And when the old patterns pull you back into performance, remember this: you don't owe anyone a version of you that costs your peace. The world may not applaud this new, raw, quiet self, but it will recognize it, because there's something unmistakably powerful about a person who is no longer performing. That's who you are now, not becoming, being, not chasing, choosing. And if even one part of this message stirred something deep in you, if it reminded you of something ancient that your soul always knew, then I invite you to stay connected. Leave a comment below: I'm done performing. Let that be your quiet declaration, your soft rebellion, your return. And if this felt like coming home, if it felt like a mirror, not just a video, then please like, subscribe, and share this with someone who might still be wearing their mask, not because they want to, but because they forgot was ever another way. Here on Awaken Wisdom, we explore the forgotten truths, the soul level knowledge buried beneath our busy lives, ancient teachings, modern insight, and the real stories behind what it means to awaken, not just spiritually, but authentically. This isn't just a channel, it's a quiet revolution, a remembering, a space to be real, raw, and finally, whole. You're watching Awaken Wisdom, where ancient truth meets modern awakening. I'll see you in the next chapter.